Hey guys, I'm Aaron with Small Time Dirt Work here on beautiful Lake Martin. This is part 3 of the seawalls and shoreline work videos. So, what do we need in order to be able to do your seawall? Okay, aside from a permit. Alright, aside from permits, we've covered, we gotta have that. That is required. With seawalls and with dredging, we need access. We have to have an access point. If you have a fence around your entire property and there's not much room around the fence, between the fence and your house, then we can't do it. If you have concrete around 90% of your lot, well, how are we supposed to get big equipment across it without busting it? I mean, yes, we can put down mats and things to try to take some of the brunt off of it, but it's a whole lot easier just to have a freaking access point. Just easy to get around and not even have to touch your concrete. We prefer not to have to touch your concrete, or risk it busting at all, okay? You have a completely freshly landscaped yard. Fresh, done. You just paid a landscaper. That probably should have waited until after your seawall was done, or your dredging was done. Because it's fixing to get torn up with equipment coming across it. Because we've got to have some which way to get to the backyard, to the behind the house. Where's your septic tank? There's a big, huge thing. You couldn't believe how many people do not know where their septic tank is. We don't want to fall in it. So we want to make sure we find that. So we can stay well away from it. Because it can turn into a very shitty situation really fast. Otherwise. If you have a fence around your whole lot, it can be okay. Except for the fact that we're going to have part of that fence taken down for us to get equipment through. Okay, so, we do have to have access points. So, look at things and say, okay, do you think they can get a 12-foot wide excavator through here? Do you think they can back a dump truck down through here without hitting something? Sometimes you will have to lose a tree for us to get through. If that is the best route to take to miss utilities, concrete, that thing kind of thing, you may have to lose a tree. Poor tree. But we do have to have access points. And we've looked at several lately that we could not do. Just because the house was built too close to the neighbor's house. And there was only like 6 or 8 feet between the two houses, and we could not fit equipment through it. So, that's one thing we run into a lot. Me personally, the best thing I can recommend to anybody building a house on the lake, either buy a big lot, a really big lot, and keep your house smaller. Don't take up the entire lot with it. Or build it, put a stacked stone seawall in, and that be the very first thing you did, is do the stacked stone seawall. The stacked stone seawall will outlive you. That way you never have to worry about another seawall. And then build from the shoreline back out to the road. That includes house after seawall. That's my best, especially if it's a narrow lot. So that's my best advice.